The end of these games against Calgary have any special meaning, or is that ship sailed?
Well, I think for me, it's always special to remember the times that I had there. That's where I started my NHL career, so it always will have a special place and mean something to me. When anytime you play a former team, there's definitely something special there.
A little extra motivation there.
Yeah, it's different. It really is a different team over there now. I think there's 2 guys that are there since I was there.
Who's
so there's
left?
been Gio and Glennie, I think, I might be wrong, but I think that's probably the only 2. Oh, McGrattan too, he's there still. But there's been lots of turnover, so it's definitely a new group that we're playing against.
It's obviously not his team anymore, but because Burke is in town, or could be in town with the Flames, after the whole thing with Kessel and him coming out and defending Phil, does that still touch guys who were in this locker room who he brought here, knowing how he still is sticking up for guys in a way?
Yeah, Berkey has had a big influence on the team that we have here, even to date. So we've got lots of respect for him, and we wish him nothing but the best in Calgary.
In terms of just I know that there's a story that apparently you talk about in terms of him, just your first interaction with him in the locker room. He was giving a tour, and you basically went at him and said, "We need bigger forwards, or the kind of players that we needed." And he said that's what he liked about you and how you would engage. So is that something that, just in terms of when you remember him, that you appreciate about him?
I appreciate a lot of things that Berkey does and how he conducts himself, but he was a guy that I really enjoyed working for. He was honest. He'd tell you how he felt, but you could be honest with him too. So I got a lot of respect for him and what he's done in the game. And like I said, I wish him nothing but the best in Calgary.
Knowing Mark Giordano as well as you do, what can you say about his evolution as a defenseman, knowing from when you played with him to where he is at this point in his career?
Well, Gio's having a great year, and I'm really happy for him. He's worked extremely hard at his game, and it seems that he just keeps getting better. So I'm really happy for him. I think that he's having a real big year for their team, and he's leading their team. So it's nice to see for him.
John, do you remember your first impressions of Mark?
Gio?
Yeah.
I remember lots of them. He lived with me. So
landlord,
yeah. I've got lots of great memories with Gio. We were very good friends, and he lived with me for about 1.5 to 2 years. So we've got a real good relationship.
A lot of people talk about his work ethic and things like that. Is that something that you kind of saw from your time with him and living with him?
I think Gio's been around a long time. He's got lots of experience, and he conducts himself like a professional. So he's been doing that since I played with him, and he continues to do that. So he's got it with his experience. I'm sure over the years, with maturity, he's obviously having a great year this year. But he's been a real good player for a long time, and he continues to do that.